Well, the latest big rumor out there, it's not a rumor, actually, it's a fact, but they're talking about Turkey's going to drop the dollar and kind of move towards the Russia-China center because, not because the dollar's going down, but, that's another thing that can help it go down. It's because of political problems going on with Turkey. It has nothing to do with the long-term outlook for the dollar, but as more and more countries get mad at political policies that are going on that are being orchestrated from Washington D.C., it's going to cause problems economically down the road. That's what's going to happen. But Turkey is not moving away from the dollar because of the long-term financial outlook of the dollar. Actually, the Russian ruble looks like rubble. I always say that. The ruble is rubble. It's been going like this. If the dollar was going like this and the U.S. stock markets was going like this, just like it's been going in Russia for the last couple of years, I know what the alternative media would be screaming from the top of the hills. Oh, the end is near. Oh, give me a PayPal button. Give me a whatever, But anyway, I'll just tell you, this was actually right from this week. Actually, the Central Bank of Turkey tells lenders to drop all euros from reserve current holdings. Euros. Because the euro is getting clobbered. They're dropping the euro for financial reasons. Now, what's going on is since 2013, the way Obama has handled the Syrian crisis, Turkey's just getting pissed off at the United States, and now the situation where it looks like Iraq is going to break up into three parts, and all the violence that's going on, the beheadings from ISIS and everything, and them violating Syria's borders and creating more tensions in the areas. The Turkish government's not liking this. So that really, it's political why they're moving away from the dollar. But political leads to economic. Now, I can actually I'm going to state something else out here because I don't think people are seeing the big picture. This Barack Obama, basically, they always say he's against the USA or for the New World Order, but I don't think people see the method behind the madness, basically. First off, the game is to create as much tension in the world as possible because the game is population goes down, especially in the Muslim world. That is why, when you see these stories out there about the CIA has backed ISIS, I don't know if they have or haven't, but, the whole point is there's more Muslims killing each other, so that's the policy of what the elite probably want. It's a little bit of a guess on my part, but you see there's a method to the madness, and that's why you got this Barack Obama Muslim terrorist guy up in the White House right now, because actually he's helping foster all kinds of tensions, which is leading to reducing the population and destroying real wealth, real personal property, all kinds of stuff. So that's what he's doing. And, his supporters are going to be the ones that are going to actually get the brunt of all his policies eventually. That's exactly what's going to happen. But, his original supporters, and he's lost supporters now, but the supporters that are left are like adamant, very diehard supporters, but they're probably going to get the brunt of his policies more than anything. So, the way I look at it with a president is only supposed to enforce the laws, and the laws are only meant to protect the inherent God-given rights of individuals and protect the laissez-faire economy. They're not there to protect the politicians, the establishment, or the banking industry. They're public servants. I don't give a damn about how, this is where it gets me very much when I get these Putin morons out there, Vladimir Putin morons out there, because what they'll say is, well, he's a better leader. That's not the point. The point is, I don't need a leader to freaking lead me around by the nose. That guy works for us. Vladimir Putin works for himself. Barack Obama works for himself. But we got the tools in this country to change the situation very quickly. I'd imagine if this whole system in the United States was transported to Russia or China, just like in mass, and just appeared there automatically, the people in Russia and China, since they've already lived under this garbage for so long, they would take those tools and use them. The Americans are not realizing, for the most part, what's going on exactly, except for the few that are getting behind the fear mongers. But let me just put out that, there's an implied disinformation coming from alternative media, and the doom is on and gloom is on and the end is near because Turkey's dropping the dollar, but it's not because of economic reasons. It's because of they don't like the way Barack Obama has been handling the situation with Syria and now with ISIS. And despite all the criticism of Prime Minister Netanyahu of Israel, there's one thing he says that's freaking ironclad fact with Barack Obama. Barack Obama is projecting weakness for America. It's like, if something comes out on the political thing, he shows a lot of strength. But when it comes to like foreign policy, he's weak. And there is no foreign policy. Draw a line in the sand, step over the line in the sand. No, that's okay. So, just let me state that, when they're talking about Turkey, what is Turkey? What do they make? A lot of stuff. I mean, they're a big major economic powerhouse. I shouldn't be bad like saying that, but the thing is, all the things add up. They do add up. You want as many nations on the side of the West as possible. But what's going on is, and like I said, maybe that's the whole game plan too. Because the elite are all kind of like in cahoots with each other. Vladimir Putin, if the world blows up or something like that, Vladimir Putin's just going to go down in his bunker several miles down in an underground city someplace in Russia, ride it out, and whatever comes up, he'll be out and he'll be saying, oh yeah, whatever. It's all on us. So, but just as far as the U.S. dollar going to oblivion right away, no. It's like you got to see what goes on in the other freaking countries. The banking system in Russia and China is corrupt as all hell. The shadow banking system in China, it's ridiculous. They got all these stringent rules that you can't do this and you can't do that. And then they got the shadow banking system. They lent out so many loans to construction that went bad. Nobody even knows what the repercussions of this is going to be down the road. It's still coming out from years ago, from when they had their construction boom implode in China. So, it's like, the grass always looks greener on the other side of the fence, but it isn't. It's dead grass when you're looking at China and Russia when you get close up. It really is that bad. But I guess Turkey's going to find out too. But, in a couple years, no matter who wins in the next election, Barack Obama is going to be gone. And I don't even know if he's going to last. I know one thing, Mark Faber says he may be impeached. He said that several years ago, a couple years ago, when he won the second term, because of all the freaking problems that are going on in his administration. It may be. I don't know. You're going to see Joe Biden as a leader. That's a joke in itself. It's a sick joke. But, the implication that people are putting out that Turkey dropped the dollar because the dollar's weak, it's political. All political. And it's difficult to say, what the real plan is, but I think there's always a method to the madness. The method to the madness is to create as much tension, hate, discord, and conflict as possible, because when you have that allows the powers that be to have more control, and it reduces the population and in numbers, and it also reduces the wealth and independence of the population across the world. That's the method to the madness. Of course, there's people over in Iraq, ISIS and the Muslims. They can't wait. They ain't going to wake up to that. They never will. The Putin supporters that are blind, they just worship this one man like he's like they used to worship Adolf Hitler back in the day. They're not going to wake up. The whole point is, you think for yourself, and, if you got to at least do that first. And if you don't, and you got to be led around the nose, and you have to have a leader doing your thinking for you, well, that says plenty about you right there that, what the hell can I say? So, but I don't think the dollar's going to oblivion because Turkey is dropping the dollar because of political purposes, not economic. They dropped the euro because of economic reasons, not the dollar. Over and out. I don't want to dwell on this too long because there's nothing I can do to stem the tide of the giddy rumor, profit disinformation. Watch me because I'm going to give you the next freaking scary thing that's going to come out and blah, blah, blah. I can't stop that because it's human nature. I'm not going to put out a channel about the Martians are invading the United States through underground caverns or something and that Obama's a lizard man from another planet. I'm not going to do that, okay? Over and out. Have fun. Enjoy your day.